Ladies and gentlemen of the Action Army, what is going on? And welcome to another episode of Answers for Athletes. In today's video, we have a question from one of the athletes that I coach online, whose name is Brandon Rose, who says, just curious, what is your approach on developing ball handling? I see a huge mix of the classic stationary workouts like cross between behind, in and out, etc. And then Coleman is paving a new way, focusing on a lot of handling the ball with movement and stuff. And Micah, so Coleman Ayers, Micah Lancaster, does some interesting work for handles and stuff with two basketballs. So I'm just curious, what is your approach on improving ball handling as much as possible? This is a great question, and I have a great answer for you. But before I give you that answer, make sure that you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave your question down below if you want me to answer your question in a video just like this. And there's a link down below in the pinned comment and in the description of this video with access to my advanced training programs. Do me a favor and set up a snowball fight with that link. Except set it up for the next day and make all your snowballs first. Put them in the freezer so that when you guys have the snowball fight, yours are literally balls of ice. Anyways, $20 a month gets you access to one of my programs, any one of my programs. $40 a month gets you access to literally every single program that I've ever made in my entire life to help you increase your athleticism as much as possible. But let's go ahead and get into it. So my approach to ball handling, I'm the perfect person to ask about this. Why? Because I coach a high school basketball team, and every single day we do ball handling drills. And so essentially, I wear all the hats, right? I am a strength and performance trainer. I am a high school basketball coach. I don't do skills training other than with my high school team. I've done a couple sessions of skills training, but that's not what I like to do the most. I like the strength stuff, but we do ball handling essentially every single day. So what do I think is the right approach? What is the best way to improve your ball handling? There is one underlying principle that you need to make sure that you're following to make sure that you get as many results and make as much progress with your handles as possible. So I think that the very foundation should be stationary ball handling, right? If you can't, you're not going to do ball handling with movement if you can't even do ball handling standing still first. So stationary drills are great as a foundation for younger athletes or even older athletes who don't have that great of a handle yet, which, believe it or not, are some of the kids on my high school team. So stationary stuff is the foundation. Then you can and you should get into stuff with movement. Why? Because basketball is all movement. When are you ever just still doing stationary stuff? So that's great at first, but then you got to get into movement. And this could be many types of drills. Make sure you keep your eyes up, see the entire floor, et cetera, et cetera. Two basketballs. I never got into that too much. I do think it is definitely going to be beneficial. Do I think it should be a huge percentage of your training? No, but it can be a small percentage of your training for sure, and that will be beneficial for you as well. But there is one underlying principle to ball handling that you have to be following, and that is deliberate practice. And I've talked about this, not too extensively, but everybody understands progressive overload in the gym. Deliberate practice, coined by Erickson and made popular in the books Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell and The Talent Code by Daniel Coyle. Deliberate practice is essentially progressive overload for skills, right? So in your life, to get better at literally anything, you have to be pushing outside of your comfort zone. Why? Because inside your comfort zone, you already know that. Your brain already knows that. With progressive overload, stay inside your comfort zone. Your body already knows that. It has no reason to adapt. It has no reason to grow. It has no reason to get bigger, stronger, faster, more explosive if you stay inside your comfort zone. That's why we progressive overload and we push beyond our capabilities, doing things that our body hasn't seen before, so that we can force adaptation. You always have to be stimulating the body in a way that is going to force it to change. That is how you adapt. That is how you grow. That is how you get bigger, stronger, faster, more explosive. The same exact thing is with skills. You have to be pushing outside of your comfort zone with your handles. So deliberate practice really means pushing outside of your comfort zone, pushing beyond your capabilities, working on your weaknesses and bringing those up, and really pushing to the point where you are getting to failure, failing, and then correcting that and doing it over and over and over until you get it right, right? That is deliberate practice. So you do not improve your handle staying inside your comfort zone, which when we do our ball handling drills for the team that I coach, I can tell who is going to be improving their handles and who is not just by the way they do their drills. So for example, a very basic, like you said, cross, tween, behind, cross, tween, behind, cross, tween, behind, cross, tween, behind. You're doing that, and you have the athletes on the team that, when I'm looking at them, they'll do it intense. But as soon as I turn around, I start looking at the other athletes, they're not doing it intensely at all. They're just going through the motions. They are not going to improve. They're not going fast. They're not pushing to the edges of their capability. They're staying in their comfort zone, so they're going to stay the same. But then you have the athletes who are trying to do that drill, cross tween behind, as fast as they possibly can, keeping their eyes up. They're literally trying to fail, trying to go as fast as they can. Those athletes are going to improve, but you have to do that with every single drill. And the reason why many young athletes get really good with stationary drills is because a lot of those stationary drills for younger athletes and for athletes who don't have as great of a handle, that is deliberate practice. They need those stationary drills. And then once you add movement onto that, that becomes deliberate practice too. So you always have to be doing harder and harder and more intense and demanding drills, more technical, requires more skill, just tougher drills in general, because you need to be pushing outside of your comfort zone if you're going to grow. If not, you're literally in your comfort zone. You stay the same. Your brain, your body, you're literally the myelin that wraps around your neural circuits already knows that. It already knows that. There's no reason to change. So that is going to do it for this video. I think that stationary ball handling is the foundation. Then you really do have to get into ball handling with movement. And I'm not going to give you any drills in this video just because I actually don't have. I could give you stuff of me videoing the team, but the main thing that you have to understand is you have to be pushing outside of your comfort zone. You have to be literally trying to fail, and then going back, and when you fail, going back, trying it again until you succeed, and then rep that out and succeed more and more and more and more and more, and bringing up your weaknesses. That is the number one thing. And if you don't do that, you will not change. But that is my approach on ball handling. That is what I want you to know, and how you're going to improve your handles, and not just your handles, any skill in general. In the gym, with your training, you got a progressive overload. And then in your skills, with your sports, with anything else you're going to do in life, got to be deliberate practice. And this is just not with skills. If you read the book, The Talent Code by Malcolm Gladwell, he explains how this is how all anybody who's a master, who has gained mastery at any craft, whether it's singing or dancing or sports or playing an instrument, literally any craft, any skill, deliberate practice is the way that you really improve that and gain mastery. So that's it for this video. Like this video if you like it. Subscribe to the channel. Leave your question down below if you want me to answer your question in a video just like this. And be sure to set up be sure to set up that snowball fight with that link in the description and in the pinned comment. But say, hey, we'll do it tomorrow. Then freeze all of your snowballs and pelt them with balls of ice and get my advanced training programs. $20 a month gets you access to any one. $40 a month gets you access to every single program that I offer. And I am there with you in the messages. You can text me, message me at any time, and I will be there to coach you and guide you every step of the way. Link down below, but I will see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace.